What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Degenerators. Casey time here. I'm here with Derek the Dude.
Woo!
Derek, how we doing?
Doing great. Sitting here with this bum sitting on a chair. Matthew from In Between Productions.
In Between Productions. My man's playing hurt.
He threw his back out.
Yeah, is he hurt or injured?
Is he hurt or injured? Yeah, like, could you play a game tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not convinced with that.
I don't think he
couldn't
could.
even move when he said it.
Yeah.
We won't tell you that he just hurt his back getting out of a car. We would never tell you something as embarrassing.
Never
as
air
that.
out that.
It was
kind
like
of
something crazy. He was dunking on some fool at the wreck, and they undercut him because they were so mad because he had like a 50 ball. So it is what it is. Our man's still behind the screen though. So
still doing it. Shout out to In Between Productions.
Woo!
Woo!
And
this is think about this. This is airing on election night. So think about this. To start out, let's lead it off with this.
Whoa,
Derek, who are you voting for and why?
Turd sandwich.
Yeah, no. Well, if you're watching this, I hope it's a little reprieve from some electric news coverage. I know I'm going to have all four screens rocking. I love watching.
If I wasn't working tomorrow, I would watch the South Park episode on repeat of them just electing a new president. Either the douche nozzle or the turd sandwich. Yeah. And turd sandwich had a couple good points. Yeah. Douche nozzle had a couple too, but
just remember it's your right to vote. It's also your right not to vote. You don't have to vote. Remember that. Not enough people are going to tell you that.
People are also going to tell you.
People are not going to tell you that. You have the right.
Your responsibility to vote.
Who fucking cares? Fuck those people. It's you do what you want to do. That's what I say. But we're going to steer clear now.
Please, because we're going to roll right in.
We're going to keep it going. Let's just make this the election special.
Except for actually, they put out odds on the presidency, and people made bets.
Hey, they got a little closer today. Things have been getting a little closer.
We'll see how it pans out.
Crazy. But speaking of gambling.
Fuck gambling.
We're about to rip another pack. And who are we doing this for? Who won last week's HGH? If our head, gut, and heart gambling picks that we do every episode?
You.
Oh, did I?
It's Casey time one.
Did I?
And he did his little duck race to see what pack he got.
I just did.
And he fucking got us a pack with 40 cards. I'm not going to show you all 40.
Well, I'm going to rip these.
You
got
to
give me the.
Why did you hand me the pack then?
Because you asked for it.
I got to put it on screen if you hit anything.
Okay, well, we're going to show this pack right here. This is a Topps 2024 Update Series Jumbo Pack. It's 40 cards. I don't know why I bought one with 40 cards, but I did.
It's a good pack.
It's a good pack.
It's a flagship product. There could be some good stuff in there.
I see a good name on the back, even though it's the wrong team.
We like names.
I'm going to get rid of the base ones off the bat.
What if they're SPs?
I don't think they're SPs. I mean, let's see.
I think they're usually in the same spot.
Rookie. This is Jackson Merrill rookie.
Hey, Jackson Merrill rookie.
It's a base.
We take.
They're paper base, so probably not going to sell.
Don't sound so excited.
I'm sorry.
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah. All right.
Ripping cards, baby.
We got short print.
Okay, we got a short print.
We got a green.
A green?
Looks like green scope situation of Jordan Beck, numbered out of 499. Great.
This is called green foil board.
Ooh. Got a little material here.
We got a little patch, a little napkin.
Jose Ramirez.
This is a little J-Ram All-Star
from
game?
the All-Star game.
A little All-Star insert.
All-Star stitches, got a little relic.
Yeah, those are cool. I like that
cool.
one. And it's the actual jersey he was wearing. You can tell the color.
Rookie combo here of Jake Wong and Porter Hodge. I've never heard of either of them.
I've heard of Porter Hodge. I don't know why.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
I think that's the buyback program.
No, it's only top chrome.
I got a rookie card.
And plus, this is an insert. This is an All-Star game. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for raining on my parade there. Jordan Lawler, rookie. Let him cook. Insert.
Oh, let him cook.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
And Evan Carter. That was the name I saw earlier. Wrong team.
It's a cool name.
Fuck the Rangers. Fuck all of them.
Fuck the Rangers. But we're gonna show it, and then we'll show.
I knew that would be an anticlimactic pack. I'm sorry to not be.
You literally got an All-Star patch from Jose Ramirez.
That's cool. I like Jose Ramirez. Heavyweight champ. Man throws a mean right hook.
He does it. He does what he does. And this Jordan Beck was a foil board card.
I do like. There's a name I like. Tony Kemp.
We like Tony Kemp.
I didn't even realize he was on the Reds this year.
He was on a lot of teams.
Former Astro.
Congratulations on HGH this week. I'm doing my best to make sure it doesn't happen next week, but I'm on an L streak.
You are on an L streak.
I'm taking L streaks.
You know what?
But I still wait. What's the overall though? We're real close in the overall.
I took some time to watch through because we've done it. So if for the audience there, we've done a terrible job at documenting HGH after episode 16. That was when I left for Australia. It's really crazy how I leave and all of a sudden the organization of documentation and everything, which I'm not an organized fella. Let me tell you, that's not a strength of mine.
It's all on
That's
camera.
not a strength of mine. It is all on camera, which I sifted through today. Not all of these have timestamps.
He did it for himself, though. Nobody asked him to do this.
I did do it for
Not
myself.
one person
There was
asked
a
him
little
to
bit.
do
There was a
this,
little
so-
bit of, there was a little bit of.
It was a passion project.
And I found out that I am one game behind you. I am one pick away
So
from
this
being
week could
dead
decide
even.
it, and I wasted my time.
It
so
could. I mean,
I just
it
picked a
actually
couple
might even be a
things.
half like pick because I think I have 2 draws and you have 1.
What was my draw? Oh, I think it was a
Yeah, I have
7.
them listed here on the
I don't
rundown. You know,
I mean,
so all
realistically,
time. Let's go through these because all time, I am 34, 33, and 2.
34,
I am also
33,
2 for 22 on the juice. I've hit the juice twice.
And how much money did you win from those?
Yeah,
The same amount I've won.
that
from
is
going
the worst.
over on
That is the
juice.
worst comeback ever.
From going
I just hope
over
you know
on the juice.
that's not the gotcha you think it is. Right? It never
For
has
you.
been.
For you, it
it
doesn't
never
seem that
has
way.
been. It never has been the gotcha.
It just didn't benefit you in any way.
It did
No?
because I have bragging rights on this fucking show because I've hit it twice. And how many
Okay,
times?
well,
have
I'm
you
ahead
hit
of
it?
HGH.
How many times have you hit the juice?
0. I just said that.
Exactly.
But
so,
HGH, I'm winning, right?
and-
Okay, cool.
You are 35, 33, and 1.
I've given you 22 chances.
I'm
to be ahead of me.
34, 33, and 2.
I've given you
You're
22
35,
chances.
33, and 1.
22 chances, and you said
I also was
caught up.
3-0 last week. You were 1 and 2, and we'll get to what our picks are at the end of this show. And I'm excited to go through those because that's been a fun little segment for it. But you know, it was a good week in general. It's been a good week for so many reasons.
Yeah, because the Longhorns didn't lose.
they didn't lose.
Jerry Jones
and
looks
my
like an
team right
idiot.
here, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. We got the answer we needed after 2 extremely tough weeks. I think I pleaded with the team.
You pleaded with the team
on the
Were
podcast
you,
last
were you
episode.
DMing
No, I haven't been
Anybody?
DMing. I stayed away from the DMs.
recruits? Recruits better watch out.
I stayed away from the DMs, but what I have done, I begged last week that we show up in Ames, and not only did we show up, we were 14-point dogs. We were playing an undefeated team.
I think it was at 14 and a half at
number
game time almost.
probably 14 and a half at game time. We were playing an undefeated Iowa State team, and we showed up. The right team showed up, and our quarterback didn't show up, which is crazy. I mean, honestly, our defense gets all the love. Our defense showed the fuck out and held Iowa State really, really to a terrible offensive day. They scored a little bit at the end. They scored a touchdown at the end to go up with 2 minutes left. And Baron Morton, who'd just been dog shit all day, finally put it together. And dude, it was, I don't know how we got that win. It was emotional. I was screaming. I was yelling at the place. It was one of those where like Courtney
your
came
natty,
back
bro.
in the room and was
That's
like,
your
"Hey,
natty.
did they win?" And I was like, "Thank." It's not our natty.
That's
It's
your
not.
natty.
We are bowl eligible now, though. I'll tell you that much. We are now bowl eligible. That was a huge win for that. And this week we got a massive week. We've got Prime coming into Lubbock. We've got Big Noon Fox's. We didn't get game day, but Fox's pregame show is showing up to
Where's
Lubbock.
game day at this week?
LSU Bama pricks. Fucking weak ass matchup. Oh, you're going to LSU again. Great. Have fun. Pat McAfee can have fun down there.
Death Valley. Good food.
They can all have fun down there in Baton Rouge, but there's no place I would rather be than Lubbock.
Is that where you're going to be?
It's not. I'm gonna be treating my house like it's the 806. We're gonna be tailgating early.
You have cheese sticks?
And we got a wedding to go to that night. So
I don't think you make it if they lose.
I'm prepared to lose. I'm not.
You are not prepared to
I'm
lose.
not thinking we'll lose, but I'm okay with it. I've come to grips.
You are not okay with it.
Bro, you've never seen. I can bounce back, man.
Bro, you're so hyped off the
I know.
Red Raiders.
I know.
Dude,
I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, we won a game that we shouldn't have won. We should have squandered. We did squander it at the end, to be honest with you. There were 2 situations where we had 4th and 1, and we brought in a wildcat package with a tight end at quarterback. Both times we got massive, really, really, really catastrophic penalties to move us back. Like the snap didn't even happen. It went to 4th and 6, and this happened both times. We pulled this tight end at quarterback, and the first time was 4th and 6. We almost converted it, but didn't. Barron missed a wide open guy. It was a great play to even get it out there. It doesn't make sense if you didn't watch the game, but I'm thinking most of our audience did.
Yeah. Sure.
But then at the end, they switched it around. They switched the goal line package for the game winning play. They pulled Taj Boyd in at quarterback, and they had Conyers next
Taj
to him.
who?
God damn it, man! I don't know why. It's our best player.
He's
I
not
love Taj
even a
Brooks.
fan.
I love Taj
Fake
Brooks so
fan.
much. I do.
Fake fan.
I love Taj Brooks. I watched Taj Brooks for 5 years.
you, honey. I just forgot your name.
Bro,
Get the fuck out of here.
It's the Clemson quarterback still. lives rent free. The Clemson.
That's so
you remember
weird.
Taj Boyd?
I know who that is. It's
You remember
just
Taj?
weird
You
that
remember
you can't
Taj
call
Boyd?
your own player from your favorite team by the correct name.
I feel like Taj just goes with
Mahal.
Boyd. You know, yeah. I don't know why. That's a bad one. But yeah, Taj Brooks, the best running back in the country.
You sure?
No.
Okay.
He's very good though. He's very good. He will be an NFL guy, and I'll be rooting for him there. But
hopefully you can call him by the right name.
He scored.
Then.
Hey, I don't. He scored a touchdown. I mean, I will get his name right eventually. I'll figure that out and just make Taj Brooks, like, just kind of beat that into the brain, you know. Taj Brooks. But he crossed the goal line and we got the big win.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It was big. Honestly, I was just more exhausted after that, and now I'm like, and then it also made me just that much more upset when I was thinking back to the TCU game, because like if we win that game, then we easily should have won.
Like
handed it to Taj Brooks.
Right here?
If we had handed it to Taj Brooks instead of trying to quarterback counter with our freshman fucking quarterback who fumbled the ball, we'd be in a driver's seat to be in the Big 12 championship game. We would be, but we're not. And
this is gonna be a crazy game. I think that it's going to be a high scoring game.
You want to know what I honestly think? My objective opinion.
Do you have one of those?
We win by 17. I don't think that they're a very good football team.
They might not be a good football team, but they're not going to lose by 17.
We haven't stepped on a team yet, and there's going to be a lot of hype.
That's because you can't.
We can. This is a team that we beat up. We can step on a team.
You lost to TCU.
Man, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. All I'm saying is, I feel pretty good. I feel very good.
He wore his jersey. Good. He said he's wearing that jersey this
these
weekend
jerseys.
too.
No, these jerseys are what the team is wearing this weekend.
I thought you said you're wearing one too.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna put it on because that's the Mahomes logo.
Right.
He wants to be branded by another dude.
These are the galvanized jerseys. They're galvanized. If you can't see, there's a little pattern situation.
He keeps saying that. He keeps saying
It's what they call them.
Yeah, this drip though.
And if you don't know, Mahomes has named every one of his children a different metal. So he's got a thing with he loves metal, I guess.
What are their names?
But Sterling and I don't know what the other kid Sterling's one of the kids' names. He named another one. They're all metal names. It's weird. But
Precious metals.
He loves metals. Respect. He loves metals. Just a fan. But
well, that's good for you.
Hey,
Horns
didn't
didn't play this week.
They did. They didn't. They'll disappoint you this week.
We play Florida this week, and if we don't convincingly
y'all get to play Florida's
Florida,
third string quarterback. If y'all don't beat the shit out of Florida, it should show you some things about that team. Maybe
after a second bye, if they don't come out firing, if Quinn doesn't come out slinging the rock,
it's not the second bye. You only get one bye in a season.
No, we had two. Yes,
really?
Yes, we did.
So.
You look it up, please, because your phone's right in front of you.
I'm not going to look
That's
it up.
what I thought. I'm telling you. We didn't play this week, and we didn't.
You've said a lot of misinformation on the show. Going back to all the HGH, going back in all the HGHs, my God, some of the stuff you say it's very wrong. It's hilarious. That's part of the charm. You don't come to this podcast to look at facts.
What am I supposed to do? Yeah, like Google it before I fucking spout some shit.
I agree.
There's no passion.
I agree. That's not whatever.
I know how you do too.
I don't Google anything.
I know. If we fact check this whole fucking thing, we'd be shut down.
So many holes. There's somebody's full-time job would be fact checking this show.
I'm sure all of the people do that for me. All my friends and people who actually watch the show and message us, they'll let me know I fucked up too.
I've had quite a few let me know. I mean,
dude.
Except for you never help me out when I say Taj Boyd instead of Taj Brooks. But
why would I help you? You're already on camera saying it. Dumb shit.
I know.
And it's recorded.
Bad. Shout out to Frankie. Edited up those clips to make that.
he played it up too.
He did.
He played it up.
He did. It was good. We needed that.
What else happened in college football? I was working.
So Ohio State, Penn State.
Didn't care.
Ohio State, Penn State was the one that had all the build up. It was the noon game from Fox.
The quarterback switched teams and all that other shit.
Well, yeah, it was weird because Will Howard said, I wanted to go to Penn State. I was never recruited. We'll see if I was good enough. He said that before the game.
Yeah.
But you're at objectively a better school now, and you've been to 3 fucking
and
schools.
Ohio State didn't want him the first
Ohio
time
State
either.
didn't want you. West Virginia was the only one that gave you an offer. You went from West Virginia to K-State, then K-State, and you failed into the Ohio State starting gig. Don't get me wrong.
Fail forward, bro. Fail forward.
I respect it.
We don't hate on growth.
Failing upwards is, I respect it. I
fake it till you fucking make it.
Exactly. I'm here for it, but I don't think Will Howard's that good. He has a really good team around him, and he's serviceable. He's a serviceable quarterback. And
I mean, for a Ryan Day offense,
yeah.
You can do some stuff.
It's a Chip Kelly offense. Chip Kelly's their OC.
Who has the final say?
Chip Kelly. I think that was. I mean, Chip Kelly.
Yeah, because he was so good at UCLA in his last trip.
He did get fired. Sure. He left UCLA's head coaching gig to be OC.
Shout out Sticky Nicky, Big Dick Nick, who says he's the biggest UCLA fan in the world. But when I come to him every Saturday or Sunday, he has to go back over the stats.
Oh, yeah.
And then he remembers.
UCLA. And all that, so. I mean, hey, if he's sticking with UCLA right now.
He picked it because he liked the jersey.
UCLA's jerseys are tight.
He said he's a lifetime fan.
Hey, if he wants a Zach Charbonnet jersey patch that is absolutely dirty from UCLA, I got him there.
He'll be watching every Tuesday night.
Let me know.
Every Tuesday night.
Just let me know.
That man's on there.
It's 9 out of 11. Never forget.
I don't know. Oh.
Yeah. True.
Never forget.
So there was one specific guy in the Ohio State-Penn State game was very close. It was back and forth. Honestly, very boring watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Big Ten.
It was defensive. It was classic Big Ten matchup. The crowd seemed hyped. They seemed into it. But it came down to a drive. The final score was 20-13. Came down to this final drive where
it's called Sandusky Field, right?
No.
Oh, just the field house.
Well, Penn State. I'm just ignoring that. Penn State ran their like wildcat with their tight end guy, got it into the 2-yard line.
So that team could do it, but your team couldn't.
What?
They kept getting penalties when they ran the wildcat with the tight end.
They were doing just fine. I would have loved to channel. If we snapped the ball, I feel like our Wildcat would have fucking held up just fine. Our Wildcat has been great. Jalen Conyers has been good. He was a high school quarterback. The broadcasts always want to say that. But number 44 for Penn State, he was running he's their best offensive player, which is not saying much because Penn State kind of a joke offensively. I mean, Drew Aller, ass, absolute ass.
Big Ten sucks. Fuck them.
Oregon's pretty good.
They're not Big Ten.
They're Big Ten this year. I know they're not to you, but on paper, they are officially a member of the Big Ten Conference this year. So, and they're probably best team in the nation. It's not close, in my opinion, right now. So, Penn State got into the 2-yard line in last drive of the game, right? And they say, we're going to go, they need a touchdown to tie the game up. And they run 4 consecutive running plays. Get stuffed on pretty much 3 consecutive running plays. They ran a pass on the last one. But every one of these, they brought in an extra offensive lineman, right? What was interesting about this is they put this guy in motion. And this is number 71. And he now has the worst goddamn tape I have ever seen. I don't know if he's gotten any other action throughout the year. I know nothing about this guy. But they kept splitting him out like a wide receiver, then putting him in motion, snapping the ball when he's like behind the tackle, and he runs out and like touches a guy. Like barely, he didn't hit a fucking soul. He's in there for three plays.
Put a body on a body.
4 plays. He didn't.
Hat on a hat.
His guy blew right by him every time. It was like the worst tape I've ever seen. I don't know who thought of that the first time. It was like, you know what we need? We need 3 more plays.
You know what I've never thought of?
What?
What does this lineman's fucking tape look like? Nobody gives a fuck.
They do.
Nobody gives a fuck.
People do give a fuck.
Go to the NFL,
people
whatever,
do give a fuck.
You give a fuck. That's weird.
I don't.
About a random Big Ten lineman's highlight tape.
It was his moment.
Oh
it was a formation.
He'll never have another opportunity.
He's not going to have a moment like that
in his life.
He better not. If he does, I don't know what.
What were his high school
They need
numbers?
to see the blackmail that he's got on his.
Did you see his high school tape?
I don't know.
Nobody gives a fuck. It's an offensive lineman. He fucked up. Execution.
No, the coach fucked up.
You don't put a big.
The
boy
coach saw
like
the
that.
first rep and was like, "We're going to keep this fucking guy in." And we're going to keep running the same thing because you know what? He's going to hit somebody eventually. He never did. He didn't the whole time. And they squandered the game. And another one of the biggest games of James Franco's career, he failed to show up. Hate to see it. I know Courtney hates James Franklin. I'm with Courtney. I also hate James Franklin. Fuck James Franklin. Pussy. Yeah, because he was, former Vanderbilt coach.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Texas almost hired him.
Yeah, he was a bomb. Texas dodged a bullet there.
Charlie Strong. That's who we got instead.
They got Charlie Strong and then Tom Herman. I remember Tom Herman.
Did you see Tom getting a scuffle this week?
I did see that.
But that's because of last year, the other team.
It was an all-time blow by that guy. Like the South Florida coach.
He just ignored the fuck out of that.
It was the South Florida coach.
2 teams were beefing. It was South Florida and Central Atlantic Florida or something like that.
Florida
Atlantic. Yeah. And Tom Herman is the coach now at Florida Atlantic, and he coached at UT. He's really kind of a piece of shit.
He was the perfect Texas coach, the most arrogant for no reason.
He would steal Gatorades. He would take Gatorades home to mix with his alcohol.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He didn't give a fuck. Like that guy was. He was just a raging alcoholic.
But did you know he was a Mensa member? He's a genius.
That's interesting.
He said that a lot.
Oh, he
mentioned it so many times in his.
Anyways, last year
my family told me a lot about him being a Mensa member. He's a genius. They have a schematic advantage. Oh no, I'm salty. Yeah, he had a great Texas career. He did great for the Hornets.
They kicked an onside kick
sick.
the year before.
Yeah.
When they were up by like 30 or something stupid like that. And it was just a dick move. It wasn't even like, hey, I'm going to practice this. It's like, no, bro, you don't do that
Onside
shit.
kick up 30 is crazy.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to keep beating this team. Well, no, because they just fucked him up.
Yeah.
And what did they do?
Rolls first. They went for 2.
Bro, they went for fucking 2 after they were just smashing these dudes.
It was respect. Like, that's how it should be. I don't think we should have any unspoken rules about what coach does at the end of the game. No. Run it fucking up.
You're there to score.
Run it
Get
up.
these guys in. Let them
you don't like me scoring? Keep me out of the end zone.
You don't want me to bat flip? Don't let me hit a homer.
Exactly.
Like, grow up. Get your feelings hurt somewhere else.
Exactly.
But, like, the coaches were in the middle. Tom Herman's a small of stature gentleman. The other guy was not. No. Literally just, like, walked right by him. Kind of just, like, he had a brief
put his
meeting.
hand up like this. He put his hand up and it's kind of like gator chomped at his hand as he walked by. And then Tom Herman just gets so mad and he follows him. And then, like...
But he's just walking. He's unfazed, saying good game to the other team. Like,
yeah, he just kind of shakes his head. Like
get the fuck
the
away
South
from me,
Florida
little,
coach. I don't know who that guy is. Great showing.
Embodies South Florida for sure.
That was sick.
For sure.
Props to him because fuck Tom Herman.
Fuck Tom Herman.
Outside of that, the rest of college football.
I mean, Georgia fucking.
I'll wrap that up quickly. They won, but my God, if DJ Lagway for Florida doesn't get hurt in that game, they're in a battle. Carson Beck, 3 picks. It was his 3rd game with 3 picks. He got more than anybody in the country there. He misses Brock Bowers. He misses Ladd McConkey.
Ladd McConkey is a name that I did not think I would be seeing literally this year. I did not think he was going to be
I think
we're
seeing him because of his NFL success. The dude's good.
Dude, he's balling out.
He's good.
Speaking of the
Brock
NFL,
Bowers is good as shit too.
One of your favorite players finally did something in the NFL.
Bryce Young.
God.
Bryce motherfucking
The quarterback for the Panthers.
Getting his first win. And getting coaches fired. Getting his first win and having a better week than Caleb Williams. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is pretty important because the Panthers traded their whole fucking draft stock, including what would have been Caleb Williams.
I don't think there's any world in which Bryce Young has a good enough career to justify that trade.
I mean, I think there's worlds.
And I'm one of the biggest Bryce Young people out there.
I'm not.
I'm one of the biggest Bryce Young believers out there. I'm in the top 50%.
And it's only because you're invested. Unfortunately.
And I'm not invested much, right? Like
the glass is pretty sick.
Yeah, but I got that on a break. I didn't buy that. I didn't go out and buy that. You know? Huh?
You paid to go on the break.
Well, yeah, but not because I was going to get fucking Bryce Young. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see it. Like, I went out and bought that one patch auto of his, but like outside of that, man, like
Bryce Young.
I'm rooting for the guy because he's been shit on like hell.
Because he sucks.
I think that we're seeing that the organization sucks. Maybe
the owner sucks the most. Yeah. But the Panthers won a game with Bryce Young at the helm.
It was good for them.
Yeah, and they barely beat
on
the
a Chuba
Saints.
Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard's looking fucking good.
He's always looked decent at minimum.
This year he's looked really good.
I think their team, the offensive line isn't bad. They have
Xavier
a desire.
League yet? My guy.
Your boy caught a tutty.
Yeah.
Oh,
he had an all-time interview before.
What did he say?
They were asking him about foods that he didn't like, and he said he didn't like seafood. He said he just started eating asparagus.
No,
and then they asked him. They asked him why he doesn't eat seafood. He said, "I'm allergic." I don't know. It was just,
Xavier Leggett he's a southern
country boy, Mullen, South Carolina.
Boy. It's hard to understand him if you don't know, if you haven't been around it.
Man.
But
I can't do his
yeah, I don't want to even try.
Yeah,
I could maybe give you a
problematic accent to attempt for me.
Yeah, for us folks in this room.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't go over the best.
Probably not. But hey, good for him. He had him.
Dennis Allen
had him a touchdown. Dennis Allen's gone. I don't think he was never that good. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. And they have weapons, but like, I don't know. I don't know what the Saints' deal is right now. Derek Carr is part of it. The other part is Spencer Rattler's absolutely horrendous. Yeah. So that hasn't helped them at all. But then you lose to the Panthers when Derek Carr starts. So I don't really understand.
I feel like Spencer Rattler is like worse than their other guy, Jake Hayner. Fresno.
Wait, is that the one that you have a card of?
I don't have his card. No. I think he'd be a strong buy though. I think he'd be a good buy. Somebody needs to go load up. This is not financial advice for the audience.
It is.
Go load up on Jake Hayner rookie cards. I don't have any at all. I promise.
What was the Scouts out of 15 card you had? The quarterback. Ian Book. No. It wasn't. Was it the Eagles quarterback?
I have Desmond Ritter out of 2 who
threw
a touchdown pass this week. Desmond Ritter threw a touchdown pass to Brock Bowers.
I had to tell my daughter, Daddy's going to Vegas.
That's all-time.
Gotta go to work.
All time. Matthew, did you see this one?
No, I'm not.
Okay, this one is great. he was like having an emotional
Desmond
moment.
Ridder.
Desmond Ridder got signed by the Las Vegas Raiders. He was having this like emotional moment, and he's crying, and he's like, you know, my daughter asked me, Daddy, where are you going? And he said, I got to go to Vegas. And now it's become like a betting meme.
Yeah, he's like, he literally goes.
It's pretty great.
He's like, I got to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Daddy's got to work or something like that. Like, it was like.
A sweet moment, but like, you know, I'm going to have that moment sometime in my future. I was looking at my future self one weekend, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it was awesome. Yeah, he was very like emotional
time to double
about
up,
it. So.
you know?
Whoa.
Yeah, you got to double up the you know, the mortgage. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that. I just want to. I don't. You shouldn't do.
Put
that.
it all. Put it all on double zero.
Don't put your mortgage on a table in Vegas.
Or who the fuck are we?
Unless it's good odds. You know, remember
if
that.
It's a lock. Yeah, don't do it unless it's a lock.
Yeah. You know, if you think that banker is going to win the next hand in baccarat, you know what I mean? Just,
bro,
that's all I'm saying.
It's a fucking lock.
Yeah. No.
It was an interesting NFL weekend. There were a lot of close games. Cowboys fucking suck. We'll go there.
Yeah,
we'll go there real quick.
Shocked they lost.
Shocked. Surprised.
Did you see Jerry's press conference after the game?
No, I see your note about it. Yeah. I did see Dak
so
literally
I can't even make fun of him.
Dak literally, we fucking suck on the sideline. Now he's on the bench for a couple weeks.
Well, self-awareness
hamstring
is key.
Injury.
Self-awareness is key.
Yeah, but as the man who's getting paid all these $250 million, $300 million, whatever he's getting, you got to represent yourself in a different way, and you know the cameras are always on you. So you are a piece of shit now.
You just hate Dak.
Yeah, he's a fucking. Cooper Rush scored when they took Dak out. Did you see that?
No,
they drove down the field.
I didn't watch
and
any
Cooper
of that
Rush.
game.
It ended 21-27. The game was never that close ever.
Yeah.
The Atlanta handled them.
So do you think Cooper Rush is the guy?
The guy? No. A guy?
Do you think he should get a start?
Yeah, he is getting the starts. Trey Lance is there
He's
too.
not getting a start.
No, I just told you Dak is out for the next few weeks with a hamstring injury.
Is he really?
Yeah, it released today.
You can tell how much I give a fuck about it. I mean,
and I think it's not a hamstring injury.
I don't watch the.
I think it's like they're benching him because he was a little bitch on the sideline like that, and they're already down bad, so they might as well tank.
Jerry pulled out the bat phone and said, "Hey,"
and that's why his presser was so sad.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna need you to bench old Dak here.
Hey, but that means Trey Lance is going to be the second quarterback. He could show up. I don't hate Trey Lance. I don't love him.
He threw 9 picks in the preseason game.
I think it was like 7.
He threw so many. He had a really cool run though.
Dude, yeah, run the ball, baby. Yeah. That's what you can. Better than Dak. Dak throws the picks and doesn't run the ball. How's that?
Yeah.
Fuck Dak.
Yeah. That will be something. You know, outside of that, speaking of losing your job, Anthony Richardson. He got benched.
He deserved it.
He did.
He almost deserves to get cut.
For
44% completion.
If you missed
percentage.
it, wasn't this week, but last week. You didn't miss it probably. He came out and said, after he tapped himself out.
He came out of the game.
He came out of the
quarterback.
Game.
It's unprecedented.
After an impressive 0-yard run because he dodged a lot of tackles and ran his way around, got back to the line of scrimmage, right? And then he pulled himself out of the game. And it was like 3rd down.
You don't do
and
that.
They asked him. You don't unless you're injured or something. But when his biggest mistake wasn't even tapping himself out. It was answering honestly in the press conference that he tapped himself out because he was tired. They asked him, he said, I was tired, I'm not going to lie. And he lost his job pretty much right after that.
He got
benched.
Sucked.
He was 7 for 22 or something.
He had the 3rd lowest completion percentage in the NFL.
He's been really,
in the last,
really bad this
10 years.
And it's been thankful. I've been thankful because it's another lesson. You know, we're talking about the card market. There are people out there holding bags of Anthony Richardson.
Oh, they paid big money for Anthony
I don't have a single Richardson card.
I might have some rookies, but not like autos or anything.
There are people out there who have been investing in nothing but him all offseason, thinking he's going to be so sick this year.
And they say buy low, buy low, buy low. Now he's even lower.
Yeah. You want to buy low. You want to buy low. He can go lower.
His replacement didn't do much better last night.
Flacco looked bad
against the Vikings.
Looked so goddamn.
But the
Flacco
Vikings
is
are
so
very
goddamn
good, though.
old.
The Vikings are very good
Vikings
too.
Are good. They bring a lot of blitzes. I was watching it from a perspective of needing the Vikings defense not to go crazy. I was playing against some fantasy.
You definitely didn't get that.
They didn't go that crazy. You'd be surprised. They had 11 points in Sleeper League.
I'm in a Sleeper League right now. I have a defense, and I don't want to drop them because we have a limited bench.
Yeah.
It's on. The Steelers are on bye right now. I'm up by 20. My defense is on bye, so I have nobody there right now. He has a.
Is the whole league bitching about it?
No,
you have to start a defense.
No, nobody's saying anything yet.
Okay.
But the guy I'm going against, and if they do, there's unless they pick him up.
Oh yeah.
He has Cade Otton.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should go and get the Tampa Bay defense because they might not even put up any numbers.
Pat's about this.
And then who the fuck do I drop? But anyways.
I've got, if we're on fantasy, a little fantasy corner. We've never had a little fantasy football segment, but I have a very, very big night for fantasy. Tonight is Bucks Chiefs. Hopefully the Chiefs kick that ass because in 2 leagues, I have the same exact situation in 2 different leagues, which maybe shows you a bit about how I draft and keep teams up. But I'm down 46 in one league and 36 in the other. But I have Patrick Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, and Travis Kelce going in both of those leagues.
Ooh.
Those 3. So I need them to combine for 47 or 46.2, really. I mean, 46.2 points for both of them. And or for those 3. But also in both of those leagues, I have Baker Mayfield on my bench. And I've been starting him the past couple weeks because he's been doing better. But he's going against Steve Spagnuolo in that defense.
That defense
and Mahomes has been questionable, but like Mahomes shows up when he plays Baker.
The Chiefs have not been the best
I remember that from the
team there is.
Yeah. He shows up when he plays Baker.
Baker's missing his top 2 wide receivers.
Yep.
But Baker Mayfield also plays well when he doesn't have like stars around him for some reason.
Baker Mayfield's been on one this year. He's been good.
Shout out to Austin, Texas, because that's where he's from. I will not shout him out because I still.
I've come around on him, man. I've come around on the guy. I hated him so. I've got all the hate out of my heart for Baker. I've channeled that same hate for.
I have hate in my heart for everything.
Yeah, I know you do. But I mean, I've channeled that hate that I had for him to. I don't know. I don't even know where I've changed for that hate, but I had so much hate for him. Maybe I've channeled that to.
Who have you channeled?
Quinn Ewers.
You definitely hate Quinn. I think it's.
But it's not the same. Quinn Ewers also. Quinn Ewers also like he it was between Tech and Texas, and he went away from.
And went to Ohio State. So what does that mean?
No.
Oh,
for the transfer.
Leaving? Yeah. Why would he go to Tech?
Because he said he really liked it. He liked West Texas. West Texas is a vibe, man. It's good out there.
It is not a vibe.
It's such a vibe.
Literally the opposite of a vibe. Every other part of Texas.
I guarantee you, we will.
Excluding
one day, we will go on a road trip to West Texas for a game. We should. I wish we could do it this weekend.
I would not.
You should. We should go there for a weekend.
I don't know if I'd even want to go on a road trip with you for 5 hours.
I also
in a car
heard
with you.
From one of those past episodes, I heard Frankie, commenting about the parking garage bar. It's called The Roof, and it's on the roof of that parking garage. But it is in a parking garage.
Thank you for letting us know that.
It's a good bar. It's a good time.
I'd only go for Spanky's cheese sticks.
It's a good time. Well, you would go for a lot of other reasons because it was a good time.
I don't want Raider Rash.
Well, you probably couldn't land anyways, so it wouldn't be an issue for you. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it. Let's be real about it.
And they're too young anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, knock down a professor maybe.
You'd be shooting shots, I'll tell you that. You'd be clanking all over the place.
I would not be shooting shots at 21-year-olds, bro. Not for me.
No.
Not for me.
Well, I'll tell you that. Getting back to the NFL, back on track. Bills won.
I am the track, bitch.
No way. The Bills won on a 61-yard field goal. That was crazy.
Yeah, they beat the Dolphins, and Tua came back and played. The dead man Tua.
Tua's still back here playing. I mean,
well, yeah, he's very defiant. He's very like, no, I'm fucking playing. Like, stop asking me that question.
Did you see all-time bad beat on his passing yards stat on Prize Picks and all his, so I think the over-under was 254 and a half yards.
No, it was
something like that. It was.
I think it was 246, and he was up like 8. He was at like 254.
He was up like a good amount.
He was at like 254. The line was at 246.5, so he had to be 247 and over. So all he had to do was either not complete another pass or only complete forward passes. Right. And then the last play of the game, they're down. In all fairness, they need to score because it's going to run the clock out.
Yeah.
So he throws the ball, and they start doing the hook and ladder, like lateral shit. And
Jalen Waddle, and he runs straight backwards.
And not only does he run straight backwards, he lets a lineman tackle him.
Yeah.
So now
negative 24 yards.
Negative 24 yards. So now anybody who was ready to win that bet has now just lost it.
And
vice versa, though, if you pick the under, you hit it.
You hit the under, you hit it. Like, it was a crazy beat.
An under on that.
Because he officially had a negative 18-yard pass or something like that. Like,
yeah, I would assume though that more people bet on the under on that.
I don't assume that at all.
Bill's defense has been all right.
All I know is Jalen Waddle had he had a touchdown in that game. So he had 2 catches for negative 6 yards and a touchdown.
That's
that's
pretty shit.
I know that because that was my fantasy team. So he got 6 whole points.
I had Zay Flowers on the bench, but he hasn't been doing shit all year. So what am I supposed to do?
No, he went off against me.
And your fucking old Broncos you used to like.
I got Kyle Rose this week. One of those leagues, the 46 point.
Oh, now I hope you lose in that one.
Oh, fuck off, dude.
Shout out Kyle
I need
Rose.
that to save my season, man. It's like
at
the
this
league,
point, I don't care. All right,
I
Kyle,
know you
please.
don't care. I know you
Kyle
don't care.
Rose, I don't know what we have to do.
And
You won't
Moran
even
is
see
out
this
here
in
on
time.
our group chat giving us lectures about what we shouldn't do at trade deadline. Hey, Moran, you're never getting any of my fucking players. I will never trade you for any fucking reason ever.
Is that the Moran that loves the Spurs and the Astros?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
he
is.
fucking loves the Spurs and the Astros. It's crazy.
Same guy.
And
He
the
called
Cowboys.
me. He called me this week. He's like, I don't have long. He goes, I don't have much time. I don't have much time. But do you what do you want for Devontae Adams? And I was like, I don't necessarily want to deal Devontae Adams. He was like, okay, and he lists like 3 of the bummiest fucking players I've ever heard. And then I was like, no, like I'm not interested. He's like, well, you have to be realistic about where your team's at. I don't have to fucking do anything.
Now you're making demands?
I don't have
Moran,
to do.
you're making fucking
I don't
demands?
have to do jack fucking shit.
He could let the
And
man
because
rot on
you
his
tried-
fucking bench.
Because you tried to apply pressure to me,
Woo!
you will never,
Fuck around and find out.
never get any of my players.
Fuck
and
around
I'm gonna win
and
this
find
week.
out.
And I got you next week. Spanking that ass next week. We
Belt
have a side
to
bet.
ass.
We have a side
Belt
bet.
to ass.
Belt to ass. Thank you.
Belt to ass.
Belt
Fuck
to
you,
ass.
Moran.
Thank you. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, in my money league right now, I'm about to take first place after this week. If I win that, if K. Dotton does not score more than 20, and I don't pick up a defense because I don't intend to.
This is great. This is electric. Maybe we should just pivot the podcast and just talk about our fantasy teams.
Bro, I only have a 5.
Maybe that's what we should
So
do.
in this sleeper
We
league,
should just do that. People love hearing about other people's fantasy teams.
bro, we have a 5.
One of the best. Yeah.
A 5-man bench, and the IR is only if they're really on the IR.
Yeah.
I can't fuck around and somebody's out. Nope, can't do it.
I like it.
And on my bench, I got Tony
I say
Pollard,
either go. Okay, all right. It's here for real. That nobody gives a fuck. I know
Deebo
nobody cares
Samuel,
about mine either.
Jaden Reed,
Okay.
Brian Robinson Jr.,
Yeah.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
That's my bench.
Cool. Sick. Anybody else? Who's on the wire? Who's you interested in?
Oh, there's nobody on the wire in that league. That's a sharp league.
Okay.
I did get
Outside of that, did you see
Tyrone Tracy off the waiver wire.
Nice.
Fuck you.
He's nice. He's good. Outside of that, the only other thing I think I had, we touched on everything football, NFL, the Saquon. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was stupid. And he got popped.
What was no?
He got popped.
You don't get to understand.
He was
that.
facing the
It was
guy
one
who
of the
popped him in the
dirtiest plays.
grill.
No,
It wasn't dirty.
it was so sick.
He jumped
He hurtled a guy backwards.
and gained 2 yards.
No.
It was 2
you
yards.
You don't get.
And he got popped.
You don't get to underplay that.
It was stupid
We
as
should
fuck.
we should play the highlight.
Run the clip.
Run the clip.
Run
We're
the clip.
Probably not going
Hold
to.
on.
But
Live
we should-
reaction. Live
yeah.
reaction. Oh, man. He jumped backwards over him and got tackled. Oh, okay. Cool. 5 guys are right there. I don't give a fuck. He did something cool to gain 2 yards. He put his body on the line so he can't walk when he's 50 now. Great. Cool. Congratulations, Gladiator. Fuck out of here. Preserve your shit. He already had the first down. He already had the first down.
I'm
Why?
shocked.
Why did he keep going?
I'm sorry I'm about to say this, but that might be your worst opinion you've ever spouted in all 23 of these episodes.
First of all, the Eagles fucking suck. Die Eagles die. Second of all, Saquon Barkley is a giant.
Okay, say something nice
as an
about
Eagle.
Did you like?
Say something nice about the Eagles.
Yeah,
Thank you for Terrell Owens.
Did you like that uni? The unis were sick.
No,
they,
they
had
weren't
Kelly.
cool.
They had the Kelly Greens.
Yeah.
On with those were
Everything.
sick.
The only cool thing
Dude,
about
you're
Philadelphia
hating- this
is it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
It's great.
And a
show.
cheesesteak.
It is
And a
great
cheese.
show.
I'm a fat boy. I like a cheesesteak. Shout out to Hoodie Subs. They make the best one in this town.
Really?
Yeah, it's a local chain, local spot, no chain.
Cool.
Dude's from
check it out.
dude's from Philly himself. He got pictures of the fucking Phillies all over his place. He
I
thinks
love how like every good cheesesteak place in Texas is like that. It's like this guy lived.
he moved from
It's
there
like, yeah,
to
it's a
here.
massive
Not
city.
that we did our shit or
Wait,
anything.
there's another place that I used to go all the time. I forget-
Texadelphia
No,
closed.
Philadelphia was in the name somewhere, but yeah, it was okay. It was pretty good.
I love a Philly.
They were just like, this guy used to live in Philly. I'm like, well, okay.
Oh, he knows the
It's
Philly.
a fucking massive city. Like, yeah.
You walk in, they got Tasty Cake and Boar's Head, and they're very proud of it.
Yeah.
Like, we got these brands, buddy.
Might be the same place.
It's in Round Rock, across from high
Guy
school.
switched his name up. All right, but yeah, that was a crazy play. It should get his flowers because it was one of the most impressive hurdles I've seen. And I even saw Taj Brooks hurdle a guy in the
Taj
Tech
who?
game. Taj Brooks.
Okay, cool.
Hurdle a guy in our game. It was pretty sweet on that last drive. It was nasty.
That's so cool, man.
But anyhow, it was, dude.
Did they score after it?
Another cool thing.
Oh.
I'll
they
switch
didn't.
gears. We did score on that drive. We won the
Not on
motherfucking
that
game.
game. Not on
We
that
won the
play.
motherfucking
Oh,
game.
my God.
You know, we did score on that drive.
We didn't lose. Texas didn't lose.
Yeah, but all right. Yeah,
Texas did not lose.
sick. there was one thing that was kind of both college and NFL football, and it started in our own backyard down here, a couple miles south of us. Incarnate Word, they had a nasty touchdown catch, and the guy after he scored it did a headstand. Did you see this one? Where he headstand, he put his arms by his side and then rolled over on the back. He got a flag immediately. He did it in the ref's eye. The ref threw the flag at him.
You didn't see the NFL players do that?
They did it because of that guy.
Well, the other one did it last week.
No.
The first one did it last week. No. The second one did it this week.
No, you're wrong.
Amon-Ra did it this week because
Drake
somebody
London
did it last week.
No.
It was this week?
Yes. It happened on Saturday, and the NFL games happened on Sunday. Right after that.
Yeah, but there's a Sunday before that Saturday too, because the way weeks work is they just repeat.
So Incarnate Word is a college football program, and they play football on Saturdays.
Yes, yeah. But there's NFL plays every single Sunday during this time.
Right.
So like the Sunday before, they could have inspired.
It was an immediate reaction. It happened on this Saturday. I know for a fact it happened on this Saturday. We can fact check that if you want.
I'm not. I don't care.
We can fact check that if you want. It's a weird thing to get hung up on. But yeah, so
Incarnate Word
guy did that. He did that on Saturday. And then on Sunday, he had 2 NFL players do it because it was that sick of a celebration. I thought that was pretty cool. Amon-Ra and Drake London did it. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, the only good thing to come out of Incarnate Word right now plays at Miami, so it doesn't matter.
Cam Ward's
a fucking monster.
Ward's a beast. You think he's Heisman guy? You think he's Heisman? Like who?
Gianti.
Give me a Heisman update.
Gianti and him.
Gianti's pretty. He's pretty low on the odds. Like he doesn't have the greatest.
Yeah, because he plays for Boise State, but
because Travis Hunter is leading the way. Because Travis Hunter's out here. I will say this about Travis Hunter is campaigning for himself harder than I've ever seen anybody campaign for.
He's being told to build his brand and all that other shit.
Right.
It's only going to help his draft.
Did you see what he did this week? He showed up to the game day set with a big flag that said Heisman, and it said him and Shadur. Like their name on the bottom of it, and he showed up to the Penn State Ohio State game.
So he's already splitting votes
for their bye week. Yeah,
politics. Exactly. He's coming out on election night.
Topical.
It's election night. They're splitting votes right now. They're trying to be a little Jill Stein over here.
You don't want to be RFK.
Well, he's trying to take his name off the ballot. He's not successful everywhere. But neither here nor there. But you do not do that if you're campaigning for yourself. I know that's his brother, and he loves him.
Well, it's because Shadur's dad got mad. He and his coach was like, nobody's saying Shadur's
dad.
Yeah, nobody's saying
Deion
Shadur.
Sanders.
He said he came out in the press conference last week, said nobody's talking about him for Heisman, and then he shows up, and then Travis Hunter shows up with that flag, and all I know is both those Heisman hopes about to be crushed in Lubbock this week. Book it.
Maybe
17-point L getting hung on their head.
Okay, I definitely don't think it'll be a 17-point difference either
getting
way.
hung on their head. I promise, it's gonna be bad. Probably not. This is probably gonna backfire. Anyhow, we had baseball happen as well.
We had plenty of
baseball. The World Series ended. Thank God for that. Being a gentleman's sweep, got off my TV real fucking fast, which was nice.
It was pretty shit.
It was, I mean.
What? And then the Yankees fans reaching over into Mookie's shit.
Oh,
fuck
that
you,
was funny.
Seti Rax.
That was funny.
Seti Rax is a huge Yankees fan. Okay. And so he was talking all that shit leading up to the World Series. I didn't realize
Seti Rax is a Yankees fan.
Dude, dude, I don't get it. He's a Titans fan.
Does he also like the Lakers?
Fan.
Duke basketball?
No, I don't know his basketball team.
He likes Duke basketball, but he's a big fan of the Warriors and the NBA.
No, but Seti
But he also loves LeBron.
He kept sending me shit. So after Game 5, or going into Game 5, I sent him the side eye and a fucking Dodgers gif. He didn't respond. The game took an L. I messaged him. He didn't respond. And now he's back sending me Yankees flags already. I don't fucking get it. How do you knock these dummies' spirits down? The Yankees suck. And their fans suck. Seti, I love you, but you suck for being a Yankees fan.
That sucks, Seti. I thought
I thought he was cool too, but he fucking loves the Yankees.
Man,
he's an Oilers fan. That's what it was. Old school Texans. So that's why he's Titans. But
makes sense.
He goes with the old school.
That actually makes sense.
It transfers over.
I respect that.
That one's okay.
I respect that one. Because if he still liked Steve McNair and R.I.P.
VY.
R.I.P. to Steve.
Rest in peace to Steve McNair. Shout out to VY, my best friend in the world that I met. So
yeah, boys.
That's pretty awesome. Homies. Yeah, we're homies.
Yeah, nice. Outside of that, some awards got announced this week.
Big awards. First time for
Alex Bregman
to win the Gold Glove. He's been nominated every year of his career. He's just never won. He's
deserved it every
so
many times.
Every year, but he finally won it. How fitting, him going into a contract negotiation.
We got to re-sign him.
We have to. Given he wants to match Chapman years.
Do you think we will though?
So the numbers I'm seeing are either 6 years, 180 mil, or you give him the extra year, but it's only $175. Yeah. Which I don't think he would. Why would you want to take less money just for that guaranteed? I don't know. If it's all guaranteed money,
and you got to think about paying after 2024. You got to pay Tucker because he's got a 1 year deal to avoid arbitration.
Yeah, we're losing some money off the books.
Man, like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the Stros.
Fuck it. Sign Soto and don't worry about Tucker.
God, no.
1 year with both of them?
I don't want Juan Soto.
Oh, he's a great ball player.
He is good. Like both of them in the same outfield seems crazy.
And Jordan.
Don't
all three left-handed, dude.
Would Tucker be playing center field? That's ridiculous.
And you'd have to.
That would be kind of tight.
Think about the lineup though.
If we did that, it'd be World Series of butts, and like we would have to pay Juan Soto so much,
bro. And then we'd give Bregman. We'd have to like break the bank right here. Let's go with it. Altuve, Soto.
Yeah.
Let's go with Bregman, Jordan, because we're splitting them up left and right. Yiner, Tucker. That's fucking get out of here. Dude, everybody else is filling the cracks.
That's crazy.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, we can dream.
John Singleton batting 9.
We can dream, right?
Yeah, we won't want that. He's not on base.
It won't happen.
Hey, shout out.
John Singleton would be getting swings though.
Dude, he'd be
pinch hitting him.
Just ripping.
He'd pull back swinging. So sorry, Matthew. But yeah.
Well, at least he'd be doing something athletic. And he's older than Matthew too.
That's ugly.
Yeah, try. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But yes, that was sick. Astros have a lot of shit to figure out. I think Kikuchi might even want to come back.
I would love to resign Kikuchi. I mean, that guy, Houston legend, but that could also be a contract that would age poorly.
It could be. Speaking of Houston legend, there was somebody in Canada causing a fuss this weekend.
Oh, my God.
He claims to be from
you see this?
Houston, from Memphis, from Toronto, from Miami at one point. He's from
If you
everywhere.
don't know what we're talking about Drake. We're talking about Drake. And I will say this. I am a fan of Drake, right? I think I look like a lot of Drake fans out here. I think he's the most popular artist of our generation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about
I'm a fan of Drake's music. Not so much a fan of Drake's antics.
And his personality is starting to get...
He is.
He's reacted so poorly to this Kendrick stuff.
Well, his whole fucking shit got blown up, and his friends that he thought were his friends are no longer his friends. Hey. I.e., a famous basketball player who played in Toronto.
Yeah.
And now plays in California, where he's from originally as well. DeMar DeRozan. Shout out DeMar. Actually played really well for the Spurs. Was a typical Spurs player as far as like buying in, being present, being awesome. So I have nothing but good things to think about DeMar DeRozan.
He's sick, and he meshes with his Kings team so well. It's fun to watch.
He's a mental health advocate. He's very much so on the forefront of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
good, and he's always repped LA. He's always repped his hometown. So
and so if you're a little lost on where we're at,
we're all over it.
The Raptors played the Kings this week, and Drake showed up to the game. He had courtside seats. It was in Toronto. And he sat there in what looked like an overpriced Snuggie, right? Maybe even.
Dude, he had like
that jacket
a mink type thing. Though,
no,
that thing had to be
that jacket looked like one of those old Patagonias that all the frat kids rock. You know what I mean? Like the
coming from the guy who
I didn't have that.
Jersey.
I didn't have that Patagonia.
But that galvanized jersey's looking real cool. Okay. That jacket,
but like Drake needs to understand something, and it's something.
Whoa, Drake, you better listen up.
Drake and we have one thing in common. We don't have much in common, right? But there is one thing that we both have in common. We're not intimidating people, right? I wanted to be intimidating so long for so much of my life.
All your picks as TMC?
Wanted it. Oh my God.
TMC,
High school was a tough time for me, right?
Bro, all you had to do was mean mug.
I would try, and it looked so goddamn goofy. I am not an intimidating person.
We all knew it.
I know, and that was why it's like they age kind of funny because it's like you were not intimidating. But I had to come to my realization, and once I have, life's been a hell of a lot easier, right? I'm not gonna scare anybody. I am who I am. Just roll with it, right? And while Drake is a bazillionaire who has, a crew, he's got a bunch of yes men around him. He doesn't have any self-awareness. And he showed up to this game with his friend, and they were just staring at DeMar.
They literally stared him down like it was a girlfriend at a club after the man said he's going to sleep. Like, just eyes glued to the man.
And DeMar DeRozan's from fucking Compton. You think he's scared of Drake?
And he's 6'6".
Like
he's a fit athlete. He's a professional athlete. And Drake had his little buddy Chubbs with him, his little enforcer, who's actually smaller than him. Yeah. But he's into the
neither
gang
of them.
Shit
they
or whatever.
Were goofy as hell out there.
Dude, they looked like little bitches, like jealous little bitches.
So then Drake came on the Raptors.
Hard not to hate on Drake. But.
Drake didn't. No, it was impossible to. After this week, it's impossible not to hate because he went on to the broadcast, and on this broadcast, he at one point says, sorry, I'm off the vodka cranberry sodas. Right? He says that. Wow. What a drink choice. Wow. I'm not shaming anybody's drink choice, but like, that's what you're going to be flaunting that you've been drinking a lot of.
Yeah. He's not saying that drink is bad. He's saying like, why would you brag about that drink?
Right. That's what you're off of. Right. Like, I don't know. So then he says at one point, unprompted, he's talking about some celebrity in the front row is looking good, and he had them pan the cameras to her. Like, the broadcast is very like uncomfortable about this.
Yeah.
And then they say, they try to change the subject. They're like, so we have a question for you. And he goes, no. If they put DeMar DeRozan's jersey in the Raptors, I will climb up there myself and rip it out. And they were like, okay, that's not what we were going to ask. But like, it was such a weird.
It's some petty.
It was just he sucks. Like, how he got this much money and still so mid.
So petty. And you're not even like a petty king.
Your
like,
music is great. I'm not going to knock his music. I'm a fan of his music.
I will jam out to the music.
He's while yes, he lose horrendously this like whatever rap beef.
I don't even want to go into that because everybody. He did.
Everybody knows that but everybody's opinion should be at the end that he lost, right? And I'm a Drake fan, but Drake doesn't have to worry about that. Drake's career is so much better than Kendrick's. You stack his career up, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but that's not what the people on X or Twitter or Instagram are telling him.
He doesn't have to think about them. He cares about that.
He does care about that.
That's why it's
the problem.
Like he cares so much.
He's a narcissistic
He's
sociopath.
He's never seen the motivational poster, right?
He's a narcissistic
The lion doesn't
sociopath.
concern themselves with the opinion of sheep. He is a sheep.
You want to know what I saw relating to Drake?
What's
and
that?
you may or may not know why this relates to Drake. But Sarah J, do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Do you know? Matthew? Do you know who that is? Sarah J is a poorly aging corn star. But she's been in like a lot of our age coming of age moments.
It's nostalgic for a lot of folks.
Yes, early 2000s, huge, right? Like she was like
I've heard.
the thing. She's also very, very unique looking. We'll go with that.
Okay, where are you going here?
She has a bird nose. First of all, that's Drake's baby mama.
Really?
Yes.
No, it's not.
That's Adonis's mother.
No, it's not.
Who is it? Oh, it's Sophie, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
it's Sophie. Well, she was she was in her own right.
Had her own filmography.
In her own right.
Yep.
And so then they were interviewing her, and they asked her if she'd ever been to Diddy's house. And she has.
Right.
She went to Diddy's house.
Sarah J. What does that have to do with Drake? Or is Sophie?
It was Sophie. I don't know the names.
Okay.
But I don't get into the corn that much like that, I guess. So.
Yeah, no.
They're not my flavor, you know? Not my flavor. But they've been... But now that's another hit on top, bro. To a Diddy party, dog?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people went to
Diddy's house.
You know, I think a lot of people maybe don't want this Diddy story to close
Oh,
down,
Diddy, and I don't know which one's worse. Which one's worse, Diddy or Epstein at this point? The fallout is going to be crazy for either one.
It's wild. It's
I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Who do we got on the betting cards coming out in the next Diddy one?
I don't know.
Who's got? French Montana spent a lot of time there.
I mean,
he was signed to his label.
Ashton Kutcher's been getting cooked, man.
And Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
And they were all about the anti-trafficking, remember?
Yeah, there's been a lot of...
Ooh, Ashton Kutcher. We see what you're doing behind the scenes, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Anyhow.
DeMar story.
Yes.
Sorry.
So I'm basically done. I don't know how we got there.
Well, okay, so anyways, Drake said that into the interview, and after the game, DeMar was sitting at the he was getting interviewed. He has a press conference after every game.
Had a very questionable comeback to that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. He was also having a good conversation about the game, and then somebody asked him, "Hey, on the broadcast, Drake had said, you know, if your
jersey goes up in the Raptors,
he's going to climb up there and pull down himself." And so then DeMar sits there, and his demeanor immediately changes. And then once he waits about a whole second or two, so he tries to think of something, but the best thing that comes out is, well, he'll have to climb up a long way or something like that. Yeah. And then storms off. And then he storms up
like that was a mic drop. People laugh, but then I started thinking about it, and I've been thinking about, what is that? Like, I'm thinking about physics.
You know, maybe, here, let's go with this.
I don't know.
Maybe he's saying the team won't let him up there because he's not, you know.
I think that it was good for DeMar to have a little time to think about it, because then he put his Instagram story up. And his Instagram story was great. Like, it was the line from Friday where Chris Tucker's like, you know, I'll be talking when Debo's not around. When Debo's not around, I'll be talking. But then he leaves like, I don't say anything. I'll be quiet.
When he's here, I'll be quiet though.
That was it. So he posted that, which I mean,
that's his nickname is Debo.
Yeah,
too.
that's a better comeback than he's gonna have a long way to climb. Because it was like I started thinking about it like this.
He could have said a lot of different. He could have just been like, who? I don't know that person.
Yeah.
And then immediately
okay.
like hurt his feelings even more.
Yeah.
That would have been cute. But
Yeah. Agreed.
anyways, Drake had his little blow off his steam moment.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that. But like, what a weird.
Talking about blowing off steam.
You're gonna pick a
7'2" mammoth of a man pushing a 6-foot journalist. No offense to journalists,
Joel
but
Embiid,
you do not have the biggest of statures.
Yeah,
compared to a man from
Joel Embiid's out here shoving
with
reporters.
the Lions.
Yeah, he's shoving reporters.
Dude, Embiid, yeah.
NBA's like we're like what 7 games into the season. It's lit.
It's
already.
getting fucking crazy already. Joel Embiid is a all-star for 76ers who has a very high level of self-esteem. He also hasn't played this year yet.
And he's got I think I saw a stat that 49% of games that he's been in the league he has missed.
Yes, he's definitely done a lot of missing of games, which he's done already this year. And he already announced too that he's not going to be playing in back-to-backs for his own health, which is against the rules. So the league has sent plenty of letters. Yeah, well, a journalist from the Philadelphia Inquirer, I forget his name, but he wrote an article. And he prefaced it with something I think was totally unnecessary. It added nothing to the story.
It did seem interesting. Yeah,
he talks about Joel Embiid's lost brother who died.
Passed away
in a car wreck, right? Yeah. And then which is the same name as his son too. And so he evokes this family kind of memory and this death of him. And he says, and then he goes into something like saying, he knows he has to work hard. He knows he has to do this, but he still chooses not to play. And he's holding him in a bad light. And you didn't need to mention that shit.
This is a time where I get thrown a big J journalist hat because journalism major. I went to a journalism school. I was never a journalist, and I don't plan to ever be. Why did he put reading the column itself is so it didn't add anything. It was just the column, just the guy just unnecessary threw hey here's your dead brother and what the fuck is that? What are we doing? What were we doing?
In relation to him not playing or missing games, you could have put any other stat on the board. 49% of the games he's been available for.
To do with it.
It was trash. And so then, naturally, Embiid doesn't like the dude. Right. And he says he's mentioned him before. I didn't verify that. I don't give a shit. But anyways, the guy's in the locker room in Philadelphia when Embiid's not playing. And Embiid sees him, and they start lobbing some words at each other, and Embiid saying, "You don't do that. You don't say that. Don't talk about my brother. You're this, you're that." And then the journalist,
I think Embiid had a fair point where he's like, "Hey, you can say what you want about me and my basketball. Don't you ever bring up my family like that."
Yeah, and then he also says though, he's like, "I don't care about what you write." And then the reporter hits him with the, "Yeah, you do.
clearly you don't.
Clearly you do. You care." And then Joel Embiid went irate. I guess, that's when his lion instinct kicked in, and he pushed the fucking reporter in the shoulder.
I just wish. Do we have a video of it? I haven't seen
a video, and I doubt that they'll let any video out.
I wish there was a video.
Yeah, I want to know, did the guy hit the ground?
Right.
Was there how hard was this push? Was it a punch?
Because the first alert I got was shout out to Sleeper for always being the first. They're never the most correct.
Are they really?
They're never the most correct, but the Sleeper notifications happen immediately, and in all caps is that Joel Embiid just assaulted a reporter.
Yep, that's what the first.
It was the first one I got, and I was like, "Oh shit, what went down?"
Because Joel Embiid is a huge human being. Any normal human that even tries to go against him would get crushed.
Yeah,
just off of mass, almost alone. Yeah.
But then when I heard it was a shove, it's like, okay,
into the shoulder and one arm. Yeah. They made
sure you knew it was a one arm wall. I get questions.
Did he push him up against the wall? Whoa. But of course, they'll handle most of that in house because first of all, the journalist doesn't want to lose his press pass.
He's going to.
He should have. That's what Joel Embiid should have done the first moment he read the article. Instead of getting this built up and letting it build up in the locker room, he should have told his PR team, "Hey, this person's not allowed to have a pass. If you want me to play at all for this team ever again." Boom, problem solved. Dude gets he's not going to be able to go to any game. He would have a
better chance of that if he went that route. But I just feel like it's I don't know. Reporters always got to make the shit about them. So many of them do. Right, and this sounds like a very self-important. It's a very self-important journalist.
But apparently, I read the comments, and local Philadelphians paint this guy as trying to be like a instigator almost in a lot of things.
Yeah, he's just trying to. People know his name.
Get the clicks. Get the people to read his shit.
In his mind, he probably did his job great, and he was gonna stick to it. I don't know. I fucking get over yourself.
Absolutely. And then one thing we missed last week.
Yeah. We could not talk about it. It's
so sad. It's honestly so sad because I grew up watching this dude.
Yeah.
I think he is a great basketball player. I like him enough as a person.
Wade.
D Wade.
Yeah.
3. number 3 for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, totally ripped out the Mavs.
Bro, ripped the Mavs
Ripped the
hard out,
Mavs hard
spit
out.
on it, all that shit.
Shout out to Moran.
And then he recruited LeBron and Chris Bosh, and the rest is history too.
Right.
But he actually had he got a statue.
Finally
at the
got
arena.
immortalized. Yep.
Finally, because he deserves it for that team and for that culture and everything. Yep. But what I guess, they tried to depict a beard in this one celebration. They put a 60-year-old man's head on this statue. I don't know who the dude was
face
either.
That was, but it wasn't D Wade.
It was like a dude with a bleach blonde beard, I feel like.
Was it Lawrence Mashburn, and the jawline was fucking. It looked like.
It was not what the picture looked like. How? Okay, I am not an artist, and I do appreciate art. But
somebody that artist looked at that shit was like.
But it's like it's a trend around the world. Cristiano Ronaldo's bronze statue. So there's other ones that have had to be fixed and changed and altered. Where are we vetting these people from? How does the process work? Is it not almost automated with 3D printing too at this point? No offense, artists, and I hope that never takes away from you, but. If it's going to create a more accurate result.
Yeah, and humans have created some really, really good and special art in our time.
Absolutely.
Earth, but we don't know what the AI is capable.
These bronze.
AI may be able to make some even more precious art. Yeah. Even better art than humans are ever capable of.
Okay, I don't agree with that, artist.
Maybe artists are overrated. Maybe we should let the computers go out the art.
Hey, maybe journalists aren't needed. Let AI write all the articles.
Why not, dude?
You can't hear me as on the mic, but as an artist. That statue fucking sucks.
Yeah, it
so
fucking
bad.
sucks.
Yeah, it was
somebody
so
who is talented could make a better looking one, right?
Well, I just thought I might have to repeat this into the mic. But the artist just came out and said his Michael Jordan statue wasn't received well either.
Oh my god! So Matthew, our
maybe
producer,
hang him up.
Looked it up.
Maybe nobody else should hire this guy.
He's an artist, and he wanted to see what we objectively thought was bad, and he thinks it's bad as well. And then he read a little article. The artist did a Michael Jordan statue too that got shit on.
Yeah,
back in '94, that was horrible. So then they brought this old man back, and he just he doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe
why don't they the NFL busts on the Hall of Fame? Those
are
always
look good. Those look really good.
Why not just maybe this guy does the rest of it looked fine. Maybe just for the
have
face.
Somebody do the
just
bust.
Bring the NFL bust guy in and just have him do that.
Maybe they have a contract with him.
Maybe he's too expensive. Maybe he's like, I know nobody else can touch my shit, and he's prima donna jacking up the prices. You know what I mean?
Can pay. I'm sure D Wade would have paid that guy to do a better sculpture.
Him at the review was so funny too. Who is that guy?
he said, who is that guy? Very sarcastic, funny, but also come on now.
Yeah.
Y'all did me dirty, is what he was saying.
Indeed.
All right, one more thing, because about basketball, at least, Colin Moran and I share the same, desire, loves of certain teams, Astros, Spurs, list goes on. But this is the Colin Moran Spurs segment now.
James Moran.
James Moran. When I say Colin,
Colin Moran
is
the Astros.
Astros third baseman, not anymore. Yeah. And then he went to the
From
Pirates.
way back when. That was a throwback. I was like, Damn, Colin Moran?
Crazy. My bad.
Yeah.
James Moran, Spurs, huge Spurs fan. This is an Armando Zimmerly exclusive. You can't get this shirt, you can't get this hat because you're a peasant and you're not cool like me and you're not LinkedIn. Yeah. But the Spurs are showing the fuck out. Woo! The Spurs just beat the Minnesota Timberwolves pretty handily, if I do say so myself. Victor Wembanyama had a great game. CP3 in the pick and roll action right now is a fucking maestro. He had over 10 assists the past 2 games. They're really bringing it together. There's news today. Pop's going to be out a few games. He had a medical emergency before the game against Minnesota. Minnesota was on a back-to-back. I'm going to try and play devil's advocate. They're on the second night of a back-to-back, and they were tired, and it was obvious, and they played into the OT the night before. Mm-hmm. But still, the Spurs...
Did Wemby go off? I didn't see anything.
Wemby had 27 points, 10... Oh, he had the 5x5 that game, right? Or it might have been the game before.
Still didn't get 11 rebounds. Fucking shocker.
He's mad because Wemby didn't win money on Prize Picks one day. Against the best rebounding team in the league. Anyways,
you're 7'4". Grab the fucking ball, dude. It's not that hard. It's just he's soft as baby shit. Okay. That's all I'll say. Okay.
So the game before
that. Sorry to derail your little segment. But
the game before that, he not broke a record, but he influenced NBA history. His second time doing a quad 4 or 5x5 basically. So he had 20-something points. He had 12 rebounds. He had 7 or 8 assists. He had 5 blocks and 5 steals. He had all the stats. There's only two other players that have done it multiple times. Hakeem Olajuwon 6 times. Andrei Kirilenko 2 times.
AK-47. AK-47.
He was ahead of his time.
AK-47 is beautiful.
Andrei Kirilenko was ahead of his time. Has a huge back tat, which is crazy. Yeah. World of Warcraft.
I remember AK-47.
If he played in today's NBA, he'd be a superstar.
He was a little
He does a little bit of everything, but Wemby in his second year is already like getting close to these greats and doing better than some other greats. So I'm super pumped for the Spurs. I know Mr. Moran's super pumped for the Spurs. Yeah. What do you got for the NBA? Nothing?
Are you ready to zip them up? You ready to zip up the draws? Yeah.
Zip up the jaws?
Zip up the draws for Wemby? All right, cool. No, it was good for him.
Wemby, if you ever need jaws, I'm here for you. If you ever need a shoulder, I'm here for you.
Said draws.
Well, I got the jaws for him, too. Yeah. Shout out to Victor Wembanyama. Yes, I do. I do. Whatever you need to be comfortable, King. Please.
Can you shout out Jeremy Sohan real quick?
I can shout out Jeremy Sohan for Matthew, but also for myself. And because Matt's a dumbass and sold me a card last year. It's pretty cool, too.
I'm glad it's
I'm super hyped about that.
Somebody can appreciate him.
Game value.
But, yeah, Jeremy Sohan is having a great start to the year. Yeah. He's filling up the stat sheet. He's finally able to cut and run and move around like he needs to. He's getting double-doubles left and right. He's influencing the game. And he's playing defense. And the best part, he's being the biggest fucking pest. They've tried to fight him like 3 times this past week. Dylan Brooks is scared of him, though. Dylan Brooks only tried to fight CP3. We talked about that. This week, I think Jaden McDaniels was like they were like kind of scrummaging for a rebound. Well, Jeremy hit the ground, so he made sure Jaden did too.
I did see an alert about that. I didn't see it.
They just got in each other's face, and Jeremy's so calm. He doesn't give a fuck. His nickname is Sohan the Destroyer. He's fucking awesome. He plays ball like Rodman. Yep. He really does, but he has a shot.
His hair like Rodman.
He does. He can hit a 3 though too. So
nice.
And then he shoots free throws with one hand.
Yeah, right on. I mean, the kid was good at Baylor. I mean, beat Tech.
So he has nothing negative to say about the Spurs yet.
I don't really watch the Spurs that much. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest. I do watch the NBA, and my fantasy team's looking pretty nice this year.
Okay. Fantasy basketball.
Yeah, I have dynasty fantasy basketball. I've got you know who's looking real good? Klay Thompson.
No, he's not.
Mavs,
not the past 2 games.
Hey, helped me out last night.
He's crashing back down to earth.
Yeah, he really is.
He's still fine. He's still all right. De'Aaron Fox is good. Y'all are hating on De'Aaron Fox. He's a beast. Y'all hated on De'Aaron Fox. I might still stock up on his rookie cards right now. I think it's a good time. I think he's going to win the finals this year with the Kings. Yeah.
With the finals? What?
Finals. The Kings win the finals. Kings Knicks.
Kings
Knicks
is your finals prediction.
Yeah. And when it happens, I'm going to look like a fucking genius. Yeah. When it happens, Derek, I'm going to look like a fucking genius. Kings Knicks. But I don't know. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. Outside of that, I mean, KD, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Suns might beat the Kings in the playoffs. The Suns are like.
What? Okay, I know you're not watching ball.
I'm not watching.
You don't know ball.
I don't need to watch till the football season ends.
That's fine, bro. You keep saying what you want to say till then.
I'll spout off some records.
The Knicks are definitely. It's either the Knicks or the Celtics, right? Yeah. The only dark horse for me is the Heat.
I mean, all I know is KD and Devin Booker been putting up points though lately.
It's Jimmy. Yeah, but that doesn't matter when they can't stop anybody. Jimmy Bucket's contract year. Jimmy Butler contract year, and they have. Jaime and Hero is back, and they have some. Yeah. They have pieces for a playoff run if they make it into a decent seed. Yeah. But that's it. In the West, I can't give you a team. I really
Kings are. Like,
you know who I think has a better chance?
Yeah, Thunder are pretty fire.
Thunder are good, but low key, once they're all healthy, I think the Pelicans could do some damage. DeJounte Murray.
Horrible take.
On that team.
Horrible take. Yeah,
really?
You say I don't know ball. You don't know ball.
You haven't been watching him, bro. I think Daniel Theis is on that team.
I know Trey Murphy's good.
Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado. Trey Murphy's hurt right now. Herbert Jones is hurt right now. CJ McCollum's hurt right now. DeJounte Murray's hurt right now.
I know CJ McCollum's hurt right now. He's on my fantasy team.
They have a squad, and they have a deep squad.
I mean...
And Jordan Hawkins right now, he's been balling. He was a rookie last year.
Get out of here. Jordan Hawkins.
Okay. If you don't know these cards, how do you expect to own a wax house? If you don't know these players and these benefits.
Did you mean to segue that in?
Yeah. Bitch, what do you think?
Hey, you know,
who do you think I am, bro? Who do you think
it's about to be NBA season. I mean, I'll tell you what. What he's calling out is the Golden Frog Wax House. If you've been
Vox House,
the Vox House, which is my Whatnot channel. It's Casey time.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Whatnot. Casey time.
I'm gonna be back in action this week. Obviously, when I was out for about a month, I was not running any streams. I've been on vacation mode. About to toggle that off. I have a little venture this week to recomp cards, so look through what cards are actually priced at now. And I'm gonna be running a single show. I also have some wax. The Vax House actually has wax.
What kind of wax you got?
I've got Bowman U boxes. Bowman U football. I've got 22 and 23 product, but I hit that pre-order on some 24 Bowman as well. I don't know when that Bowman's coming in, but 24 Bowman U is coming in soon. I'm going to be running some breaks on a much smaller scale. I attempted my first break before I left for Australia. Some of y'all might have.
I was in it.
Some of y'all might have joined in. I sold half the teams in 16 hours. I was delusional by the end, just begging people to buy teams, and nobody bought the teams. But I went too big. I learned my lesson. In any business, you're going to learn your lesson. You got to pivot. You got to move forward. You got to stride. You got to keep taking steps, right? Well, that's what I'm doing. And what I learned is maybe the college market, we got to scale this back, right? I got big aspirations. I want to be able to close those kind of breaks in the future. But right now, I'm just, let's go smaller and let's do more randomized wheel actions. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be running some randomized wheel breaks, and we're going to fill a break. I really just want to rip some wax and ship that out to some folks because there's some beautiful cards in these boxes, and I can feel it. And what they don't tell you is when you sit there for 16 hours.
How do you know that? Did you MRI those or?
No, I didn't. I wish. If I can't fill a break, you think I can fucking afford a CT machine? Get the hell out of here. No. Yeah. But I'll tell you what. For 16 hours, I've been staring at these boxes on my coffee table.
Oh.
And I am just so curious.
Wait, how are they on your coffee table?
That's where I run my streams.
Yeah, I know, but there's no way they're. Oh, that's your.
They're not still there, but for 16 hours, I stared at them.
Yeah,
they were on the monitor, and I had the phone and the whole setup.
Oh, I kept checking in. I wanted.
Yeah,
to, I wanted
and I'm
to
looking at them, and I just want to know what's in the fucking boxes.
If there's huge UT shit, I'm pissed.
There could be massive.
I bought UT Houston, and I bought who else? I bought one more team. So I'll be so mad if they come out like that. If I miss it.
You're going to be in that break, right?
I'm working, but I'll be popping in.
Well, we don't know. I don't know exactly when. That stuff will be put on, but the Vax House is going to be back open.
I thought it was.
It's not yet.
Okay.
It's not yet. It's under repair. We've been hitting
I'll
the
give
drawing
you some
board.
singles around up there.
Hitting the drawing board.
Hell yeah.
I've got a lot more singles that I've been buying.
Fuck yeah.
Got some stuff to do.
I got some shit that came in.
Got some shit to sell. But yeah, no, that I'm excited about that. The Vax House is it's an ecosystem with these degenerators here.
Box Deuce.
Yeah,
Logo Fractor.
Box
that was fun
Deuce.
to watch the other day.
That was, man. I wasn't on that. I didn't really get that much. But could have been worse.
It could have been
a lot worse.
Kind of like if you had a worse record than me. And any picks we did.
You will have a worse record than me after this year. That is a good way to pivot. We are going into HGH.
Best, dude.
HGH picks of the week, yes.
Probably the Segway King.
You're the Segway King,
Not the little scooter. Fuck that thing.
Yeah.
My balance is not good.
You look sick on one of those.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Yep.
I'm here to eat your pretzel.
I could see you being a mall cop. I can see you being
No, we have...
You'd be a pretty good mall cop.
We have armed security at the store I work at. And they're armed. And so they used to have this, 3-wheel trike scooter thing that they would ride in the parking lot and make sure everything was okay. Now they have a golf cart, and homie's just cruising all day, and he's getting paid fat money. They get OT, so wouldn't be the worst gig. It'd definitely crush your time, but realistically, you get to just carry a gun and drive a golf cart.
Do
what you got to do.
What else do you need?
When a man
that sounds like Crystal Beach right there. Shout out Crystal Beach.
I don't know what that means, but
it's a place where there's a lot of golf carts and guns.
Well, segueing into that, we're about to make our picks, our gambling picks that for our HGH segment, picks for our head, our guts, and our arteries and hearts. Hearts. Our clogged areas.
It's actually the heart's.
I eat a lot of.
Do you know that? I learned that the heart's actually down here. It's not up here.
Well, I'm just kind of representing. Yeah. Like when I go to touch the badge, right? It's always up here. So.
Yeah, I know. But if you're really being patriotic,
you're just touching on your patriot.
Your hand over the heart.
What if your heart is on the other side of your body?
Or you can take a knee, whatever. Yeah, we don't. We don't judge here.
Well,
but yes, tell me your HGH. Tell me your head.
Am I going first?
Yeah, you say your head pick. I'll say my head pick. You say gut pick. We've been mixing that format out. I think that's the one that is.
So I need to say my head pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us your head pick.
My head pick says that North Texas covers the spread.
You saw mine.
No, I don't. I didn't even read the rundown
That's
before
crazy.
I came in here.
All right,
I did on the way here. But yeah, I got North Texas covering the spread. I got them at 6, +6. Mm-hmm. They're playing Army. Army's tough. Army's solid. This is some fucking Texas boys we're talking about. I think they have enough pride to at least cover the spread, if not win the game.
Yeah.
So that's my head pick.
My head pick is Army -6. No
Nice.
bullshit. It all depends on their quarterback. The Army quarterback he can actually throw the ball a little bit. So when they do that random like triple option, he steps back and there's a guy wide open, he can actually hit the guy, which is kind of dangerous. I think that's why they're undefeated at this point. They've been beating the hell out of teams, and it seems like a little short of a line to me. A little small.
Little trap line.
Yeah,
For a ranked team against
but I
North
watched
Texas.
North Texas get the absolute shit beat out of them by my Red Raiders. 67 to
I've also seen him play
7.
SMU and keep it close. Like
I just think that UNT is a team that will not handle this triple option well. I mean, Army's a good hard-nosed
right.
team.
I think they score though at home.
Yeah,
I don't think Army stops them at home.
We're going to see,
and we love our.
We're going
armed
to see
forces.
whose head is
All right.
smarter.
Yeah, for that pick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
we'll
I
see.
made these in 32 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry, I was not prepared.
Okay. Well, tell me what your gut thinks.
My gut.
Or your gut feels. Your gut feels, don't think.
This one's kind of hard, but my gut is I took the over on the Florida Texas game.
Okay. What's that over?
48.
48.
Still pretty high.
That is, I mean.
But we're coming off of a bye.
Yeah.
Florida's coming off of a good performance and an almost win against what's supposedly a good team.
Yeah. They are playing their third string quarterback.
Yeah, but he runs, and we don't
Does
handle
he?
that. I thought so. I saw him break out a couple.
I think you're thinking of the backup.
They all have any backups. He
You
might
talking
have
about
another
Warner?
backup.
You talking about Warner?
I don't know names, bro. College football
Yeah,
sucks.
this
so I
this
don't play
Warner
that.
kid, he doesn't look like a scrambler.
Doesn't matter. Texas puts up numbies this game.
Okay. 48.
Drop at least 34. They're on their own. So I'm hoping Florida can cover the distance. I think they can.
Okay.
But also, it's at home, so we need to fucking win, or
Yeah.
the season's over.
It's a big one.
If we lose this game, the season's over for me, because if we lose this game, we're losing the Aggies. Even though it's a rivalry game.
Those aren't
They aren't, but it's the gut feeling, and I've been a fan my whole life.
Yeah.
I just
losing it.
when we crumble, we
Florida.
crumbled the first game
Yeah.
back from the
You
rivalry
would
being
hate to see
paused for
that.
15.
I think you got more to worry about Kentucky than
Bro,
Florida.
I don't.
Kentucky, they're not great.
Kentucky's the new Kansas for us.
Okay.
They might beat us once in 56 years.
They're gonna beat the hell out of you on basketball, so maybe they
That's
are
fine.
Kansas.
That's fine. Who's your coach now?
Kentucky's?
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
So I don't know if they're going to
Great
beat us or
question.
not.
Great question. Arkansas, Coach Cal.
There
He's
you
good.
go.
But my gut pick, I'm going with Bama, -3 over LSU at their place. I don't know why. I actually originally put LSU +3, but then I was thinking about it. Like, you know what? No, Bama goes in and shuts them the hell. Like, it's one. I know it's gonna.
It all depends
My
on
did I trust my original gut, or I mean,
your original guy.
Kalen DeBoer. Yeah,
Kalen. Is it Kalen?
It's Kalen. He can. I think he can coach him up. It's not the Bama. It's just seeing this matchup with Kalen DeBoer and not Saban is weird.
And Saban's going to be there, though, with game day, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Well, you said game day's there, so.
Yeah, fucking bombs.
Is this his first time at it? No, he went to the Georgia-Bama game, too, right?
Yeah,
I think he was at that one.
which went well for Bama. You know.
That's true.
I just have a feeling that Bama comes and shows out, and everybody's like, "Wow, they're still really fucking good." Right? LSU's got a pretty solid team. I do think that quarterback. I like their quarterback, Nussmeier. He's pretty solid, but yeah, I feel like it might be one of those games where just Ryan Williams takes it. That kid's so good. He's still so good. He is.
Yeah, where's Aronde Gadsden on this episode? You haven't even mentioned his name.
Syracuse has been a little down.
Okay.
I've been watching. Aronde Gadsden, he's gonna show up when he gets to the league, but it's gonna be an underdog story when he gets there.
Well, my heart pick, the one I really, 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 really want to happen.
Let's hear it.
This one, like, I went kind of easy, but it's a weird line. Man City over Brighton, money line.
Yeah, they did so well last week.
They sucked. They lost 2-1, and they lost I think they either lost or tied in the Champions League game, and that was after Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. So it's like, I'm very like, come on, we're way fucking better than this, but are we?
Are you?
But are we?
Frauds?
KDB's not playing right now.
Is it a
we have a
fraudulent
lot of
team?
injuries.
Is
No,
it a fraudulent
Rodri's hurt.
team?
Our best player's hurt. Our second best player's hurt.
Yeah.
But Holland's not. What is he going to do? Is he going to show up? I think so. So I put money line on it. It seems like a fat bet. But.
No, it's going to be similar to I found the West Brom games actually get played on Paramount Plus through my the Amazon Prime package.
Paramount is good.
And I've been watching us draw just peasant teams. I mean, we just drew with Luton Town.
It's weird though because Arsenal keeps losing too. Yeah. Liverpool's the only one winning right now. Or
I mean, I'm watching championship.
And Tottenham.
I'm watching the championship. Yeah. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Leeds.
Football. Yeah.
Is Leeds in there?
I think Leeds does play it.
I like their green colors. All right, what's your heart pick?
My heart pick, I'm going just straight
Tech.
up Texas Tech money line. We are underdogs.
What was
we are 4-point dogs or 3.5 point spread right now.
What's the odds on?
Plus 150.
Oh, nice.
So plus 150 for Texas Tech. I thought about going plus 3.5, and I've done that recently. And you brought up a very, very, very good point.
I did.
When we lost to TCU, right? I that was one that was a similar line, and I took plus 4 rather than the money line. And you were like, so you were happy? And no, that was as mad.
That's because you kept doing that to me.
And you're fucking right. You were very right. So because of that, and I don't want to fucking hear it, I'm taking Texas Tech money line.
You were going to take the spread instead?
I was going to hit plus 3.5. But I thought about it and was like, you know what? Fuck him. I don't want to hear it. Like,
it's your own rules.
Money line hits.
It's your own rules.
Money line, I'm that confident. Okay. I am that. I shouldn't be, but I'm that confident. I am.
You're that confident every fucking week.
No,
for
I'm
them,
not.
No matter
no,
what.
No, I'm not.
You and Taj Boyd to the end.
Brooks.
All right. To round out the rest of my picks, my juice picks.
Yep.
I got Texas State beating Louisiana Monroe. They're favored by 7. They've been underwhelming the past few weeks.
You have what is your affinity with Texas State? I look back at all these episodes
Texas
I was out.
State, yeah.
You picked
and
Texas.
UNT.
You picked Texas State every week.
So I almost did. I skipped 2 weeks, I think.
Okay.
But I'm a Texas guy.
Oh, you're a son of the Republic.
Son of the Republic of Texas. Yeah. I don't follow college football like you as far as a nationwide scale goes. I see what either is on my feed or the news, the local news too. Yeah. So like high school, some college shit. And I'm just a very big fan, typically, of all Texas teams. I have to root against Tech because you love them so much, and it's just we can't both be doing it. You don't like the Horns, so I have to hate Tech.
Don't let me be happy.
I hate the Aggies as a team.
You low key like Tech.
I love my friends. I want to love Tech, but I can't because you like them so much. TCU, SMU, North Texas. You could throw Incarnate Word if you want there. UTSA, UTEP, A&M Corpus Christi is better than A&M regular, and they actually have cool jerseys too. Yeah, I like Texas.
I don't think they have a football team.
They have a baseball team, not a football team.
Yeah.
But they have some cool jerseys. Yeah. But I just love Texas. And Texas State's not far from here. My cousin played for Texas State. Believe it or not, he's a defensive end, and then he coached for them, like strength and conditioning and some stuff. Not crazy or anything, but shout out Tron. Shout out to my cousin Tron. Yes,
Respect.
That is his name.
It makes sense now.
But I fucking love Texas, dude.
Hey,
and I see the most of it.
Solid, thorough explanation.
So there we go.
Sorry to derail you. What's the rest of the juice?
I got the Giants Panthers.
Okay.
Over 41.5.
Okay.
So the Panthers have one of the worst run defenses in the league, and the Giants can actually run the ball, believe it or not. They suck at everything else, but they are running the ball pretty well. Neighbors had 0 points at halftime too, and he ended up with like 16. So they can throw a couple jump balls. I just think that game's going to – and it's at Carolina. They're coming off a win. Chuba Hubbard's running the ball well, like you said.
Well, you got Bryce Young. He's a fucking god.
I don't believe in him, but I believe they're going to score more than – somebody's going to score some points.
I think that's a good –
Somebody's going to score some points that game. Yeah. And then I hate the Eagles.
Yeah, you do.
I very much so dislike the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hate the Commanders. I never have been able to hate the Redskins.
Well, you can't hate on Jaden Daniels. What if Jaden Daniels played for the Eagles?
No, I'd still hate him.
I'd still hate him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how deep this hate runs.
Bro, the Eagles are, when I was growing up 2002 to 2007, they won every single fucking divisional championship. Yeah. All that shit, whatever years it was. I don't like them. But the Commanders/Redskins were always just as shitty as my Cowboys. They were never overpowering. They played good defense. Yeah. Playing them every year is tough. Every time we play the Commanders or Redskins, it's a tough game, and they're a tough team always. So I respect it, and I respect them. I have them covering the spread against the Steelers. They're favored by 2.5. They have to win by 3 or more. Okay. I think they do it. Steelers have been a crazy good team. Russell Wilson has let's ride himself all the way back to the fucking starting lineup. They are really, really solid right now. That team is a solid team, but I think the Commanders just break them. I think they just it'll still be close-ish, but it's going to be over 3 points.
Okay.
And that's my total juice.
What's the?
I think it was.
What's the juice on that?
So if you bet $10 on this bad boy, it is $420.
Oh, so I got you beat this week.
Yeah, I put some really crazy ones in here.
Some gnarly
and then I said, you know what? That's why I've been losing because I'm
trying
to be
you want to
like,
hit the juice. You're
I wanna
tired
hit
of the
shocks
checks.
and all
I'm
that
in your
shit.
fucking head.
No, I want to be shocked. Like I want to shock it with that. You know, like this is $800, but I don't really care.
I have one. Mine this week, $10 pays out $697, so almost $700. I went with a money line parlay. It's nothing but money lines. It's 5 money lines. There are 5 teams that you don't have to worry about any fucking points. You don't know the spreads. You don't know any of that.
Just wins or losses.
Don't fucking worry about it. These teams are gonna beat their opponent. That's all you worry about. We got Vanderbilt beating South Carolina.
No, South Carolina's winning that game.
Fuck South Carolina.
South Carolina's
hangover
winning that
game.
game.
Hangover game for South Carolina.
They've been good all year. It's not 1 week. They've been good all year.
They're not that fucking good.
They're good.
They will not be able to stop Diego Pavia. Vandy money line. Book it.
Don't
Texas Tech money line. I am doubling it.
Don't book that one.
Book it. Texas Tech money line hits. All right. We're also going for, I felt like throwing in a random EPL game. Nottingham Forest money line against Newcastle. Book it.
Against Newcastle?
Newcastle just beat Man City, so their hangover effect. This is
and Nottingham Forest, you think is actually going to... Oh, okay. He might go over so far.
And the fourth one, we got Bills. Bills money line over the Colts. I mean, they're favorites in that one.
Where's it at?
I don't know. I don't care either. I don't think it could be played on the fucking sun, and I'll still take the Bills.
They would both lose.
Good point. Bold take.
It'd be a draw.
Bold stance there, sir. Then I got Buccaneers money line over the Niners. Dogs. I'm going with dogs. It's a dog money line parlay, except for I have one favorite in there. The rest are all dogs.
What's the favorite?
The Bills over the Colts.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but that is plus 68.73. $10 pays you out. Damn near $700. Book it. Take
Did you bet it? No.
I did not bet that one. No.
I'm feeling pretty good about my picks this week.
Yeah.
Not really.
You gonna book them? You gonna bet them?
No, I can't.
Yeah,
it's illegal.
It's true. It's true. Well, hey man. Good luck to you. Maybe we might have an all-time HGH leader, a different one.
Finally, for the first time.
Oh, okay.
In 22
now
weeks.
you're gonna act like it's an easy thing to do.
It has been for me.
I was in a pretty
weeks.
big hole before Australia, and shout out to my hotel pad picks. I think there was some hotel pad mojo there. But I didn't need it because I still beat you last week. I went 3-0 in HGH without.
How do you go 3-0 and still haven't surpassed me? 22 weeks I've been ahead. 22 weeks.
Probably more like 19. I was ahead of you early on, I think.
I don't know.
I think I was. We can go back and check.
I'm not going back to check.
I'm not going back. I know you won't go back to check. So I will just say it right outright. It's been about 19 probably. But I've been.
That's a good number.
And I was in a big hole.
So for
I chipped my way back. And I climbed up that hole. And I got to the top. And now I'm about to just reach my head over and start digging my own hole.
Until he gets fucking Sparta kicked in the grill.
I mean,
straight back down to the hell where he came from.
I don't know where else this metaphor is going. But yeah. That is.
You're the one talking about holes and rimming out and shit.
I think that I was inspired by was it Dan Campbell a couple weeks ago? He had a whole thing when he was talking about Jamison Williams. He got suspended, and he gave this whole like, we're a team. We're climbing up the rope as a team, and we throw down that rope, but our weakest link has to crawl back. And we told Jamison when he got suspended last year that he had to. We ain't gonna wait for nobody. You got to climb up to catch us. It was like the weirdest like. But then I started thinking about it just too much, and
shout out Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell, all-time football guy.
But stupid Aggies. So.
Yeah, he's cool. He's the coolest Aggie out there. But that's about what I got. You got any parting words? Any more election thoughts? Geopolitical.
Hey, no matter who
takes.
wins, remember you're all American. Well, not everybody watching this maybe, but if you are and you are able to vote, or you do or don't vote, or you choose not to, doesn't matter. We're all Americans, regardless of who wins, regardless of who doesn't.
I didn't actually mean.
We really need to come together as people. It doesn't matter. Two-party system is not working, in my opinion. Fuck politics, but we can get into geopolitical shit. There's a lot of stuff about to go down in the next few days. Okay. On some bombardment fronts, like Iran and Israel's about to turn the fuck up.
All right, yeah.
Oh no!
Hey, they do.
He started it.
The music's fading.
He started it.
Hey, thank you for watching.
Degenerators episode. What was it? 23.
23, Jordan.
Our fucking podcast can buy beer.
Hey.
Our fucking podcast can buy liquor,
and it can rent a car.
Not yet. 25. Well, at least in this state, wherever we're at. This was shout out to.
Speaking of, Israel and Palestine are playing each other in soccer.
Shout out to In Between Production.